So, hello guys. This is another match from the RTS League AoC Season 34. It's a match between VN, mainly from Mexico, but they also have Argentinian and other Spanish-speaking players, and VIK, the Vikings, from mainly Russia and, let's say, Eastern European countries too. I am Genette. The first home map here is BCC3 Fortress, so that means all players start with a castle, an arena-like wall around their base, and several towers, 5 farms, 15 villages, 14 villages I think. Not sure right now. And it is game mode regicide, so it's all down to the king. If this king here, for example, dies, oh god, so clever, then the game will be over. Okay, so let's start with the players maybe. Here, yellow, that is VN Mio. He is playing as the Mayans, and he is the flank player for VN. Let's quickly hop over to VIK Warrior. He's playing in red as Spanish, and he's the other flank. He will be playing against Mio. Alright. Viking's other flank will be VIK Winchester. He's playing as the Mayans. VN's pocket is Archlord, playing as the Spanish. Spanish pocket is always strong. And here we have Lavi Head playing as the Chinese, as the pocket for VIK. Let me bring back the chat. Here we go. And the game is paused right now, so let's use this time to take a look at the map in general. I would say that VIK has a pretty good map. They can use a lot of space here in the back to build an economy, but their gold is a little bit more to the front. If we take a look here, gold, and 2 more golds for VN, so I think that VN definitely has a better situation here with the gold. Oh my god, this is unfortunate for Warrior. Very bad gold. Anyway, let's take a look at what they're doing. So, Mio is host. Let's quickly see what he's doing. He's using his king and his eagle to scout the map. And now he noticed that he will be playing against red, who is VIK Warrior, and yeah, he's playing as the Spanish. Okay, let's swap to another player. VIK Warrior, he scouted Mio as well, and he went up to feudal already. Yeah, the same for Winchester. They're all going up with pop 24, 25 here. Actually, Archlord went up with pop 23. Not sure whether he lost a villager or something. Why is this stuck? Lavi went up with pop 27. Well, she's playing as the pocket player. She's not in a hurry. There was a boar outside, now closing this gap here with a palisade. Very, very careful here, not using the king to scout much, and even the scout He's only entering the enemy area now at minute 6, almost 7. Okay, here is Dark Knight. He's playing as the Goths. Oh, I didn't mention him earlier. Dark Knight is a very strong player. From Mexico. He used to be 2K. I haven't seen a lot from him recently. I think he's still at least 1900, 1950. And he is, yeah, he was scouting the enemy team. So I'm not sure whether he wants to do an early attack. No, it doesn't look like it. It's Blacksmith Market. But he has completely surrounded here the base of Winchester. Okay, let's take a look at this flank. Finally, Millot is sending his Eagle to scout more from Warrior. All pretty standard. They went up with Blacksmith and Market. Nothing special going on so far. Pop 26 is not very high, though, I have to say. Warrior, Pop 26 too. He's a bit later. I think Mio managed to go up a little bit earlier. Again, Market Blacksmith. The typical thing you would do. Okay. What is happening here? Ah, okay. He opened his walls there to get a better wood. Because this wood here in the front is dangerous, because he's playing against Mayans. And the plumed archers could definitely harass this wood here, so he's more or less forced to use the wood in the back, which has the disadvantage that, yeah, these villages here are easy targets. Okay. A little bit of scout harassment here. Dark Knight chasing Lovey Head. Yeah, 31 HP against 37 HP. It's a shame. But I think she will make it back to her base and the castle, so not a problem. Okay, there's a TC coming up for Mio. Another TC in the front. Well, I wouldn't say it's an aggressive town center, but he could have placed it in the back. Maybe this would, I don't know. Let's check the other flank. Town center on stone coming up, so we will see a lot of plumed archers here later. What exactly is Lavi doing? I guess she will try to boom.
Shot it.
Ah. I will quickly check what's happening here. Ah, she's slinging. That's interesting. She's not even up to feudal, to castle. She's still in feudal, and she is slinging Winchester. So this is how Winchester is affording all this. So there we go. Not many extra farms. Lots of villagers on stone and gold. Even more coming up here to add another castle soon. So definitely some team tactics going on here. While on the other side, the Spanish pocket here, VN Archlord, is booming. He has added some other farms. He's getting his third town center up now. There's Mio still waiting in front of his base with the plumed archers. So this is interesting for VN. Everyone is playing on their own, and VIK, the Vikings, they are trying a sling strategy here. Okay. There are 4 conquistadors. They have to retreat from these 8 plumed archers, obviously. And yeah, there's continuous slinging from Lavihead to Winchester. Very interesting. Yeah. Warriors trying to boom, adding a town center, adding a lot of farms. And there is Winchester trying to harass. There's the first villager down. Oh, actually, what I mentioned earlier, that this wood will be an easy target. Dark Knight added a town center here, and now, well, these villagers could be in trouble. What's happening here? Well, Dark Knight booming. For Goths you need so much food, so he will have to get a strong economy first. Spam farms all over the place, and yeah, to be able to go up to Imp and afford all the infantry upgrades. I think for the elite Huskarl it is 1,300 food, so kind of expensive. Yeah, big boom here. Lavihead is on pop 44. Let's quickly check Archlord. Here we go. 53. And it's all villagers. 55 now, his house. And yeah, there is the forward castle from Winchester, but it's not very aggressive. I mean, he's taking map control here until the walls from Dark Knight actually begin. Maybe not the worst idea, because he could have maybe dropped the castle here to control this gold. But apart from that, the other resources for VN are in the back, as we've mentioned. Stone, more gold, yeah, lots of gold for VN in the back. Okay, there's the siege workshop, so okay, Winchester is actually serious. Let me quickly count. So, that is 21 plumed archers and 1 ram already. And yeah, Lavi actually slinged a Winchester to Imperial, so there's the first trebuchet. And yeah, the first siege unit is not a ram. Here's the ram just being created. Okay, interesting. These Huskarls only have +1 armor, but they have a base pierce armor of 6, which is a lot. Plumed archers get +2 against infantry in total, so 5 plus 3 plus 2 is 10. That is a lot, but still, it only does 3 damage per shot. So this is actually getting interesting now. I think Dark Knight is trying to buy time. He will let Winchester take down this TC. I actually wonder why he's attacking the TC and not the castle, because every few seconds there will be another Huskarl created, which could get these plumes into trouble. By the way, on the other side there's not much happening. Mio is just camping in front of his base, booming a lot. Let's actually quickly check his population count. 93, 94 now. Yeah, looks like a solid economy already. Same for Archlord, lots of farms. Not trying to take map control, he's staying close to his original TC and trying to get as many resources in as possible. There is the Huskarls moving in. Let's see whether that's actually enough. It's still only +1. Why didn't he get the +2 upgrade? I really wonder. Okay, so these Huskarls were aways. Let's quickly count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Huskarls down to get one trap. And there's Long Swordsman from Mayans. Ouch. Ouch. +1 armor here for the plumed archers. If Winchester has more traps, here's one. I think the Dark Knight could be in trouble. 4,400 score for Winchester, 3,100 for Dark Knight, who's still in Castle Age and far from going up. Only 200 food in the bank now. Let's quickly check. Archlord, does he have the resources to go up? Yes, it's minute 24 only, and it's actually looking good. 900 gold, he just had 800 food, so there's a strong boom going on. Yep. So it's really the crucial point now. Winchester needs to be fast. He has to kill Dark Knight as soon as possible, and if not, then Archlord and Mio will be fully boomed and just well, they can kill Lavi pretty fast. She has nothing to protect. She is well, slinging, of course. And here Warrior against Mio looks, well, more or less the same, both on 4,200 score. Okay, but definitely a good sling, very interesting to watch. There's the Long Swordsman fighting against the Huskarls. Do they have any upgrades? +2 armor. That's good. But it's a lot of Huskarls. Wow. +1 attack, +2 armor now. And they actually killed the Long Swordsmen, who are, well, the direct counter. Yeah. Very well played from Dark Knight. He actually managed to save this castle. He's repairing it now. And he killed the trebuchet, he killed all the Long Swordsmen. I think he killed some plumes too. Very nice. Okay, there is the Warrior adding pressure onto Mio. And there is nothing from Archlord so far. Warrior is playing this with Knights and Conquistadors. 2, 3 trebuchets now. And these plumes are not the answer. What is Archlord doing? He's adding a lot of stables now. I guess he has the economy he wants. He is up to castle, from castle to Imperial by 57% now. There's another trap coming, but I actually don't like that. Shooting at a castle with one trap. You should always take 2 or 3 to get the momentum. Okay, so there's the two-handed swordsman upgrade for Mayans. That is actually the maximum they get. They don't get the champion's upgrade. What's happening here? The gate is down. He could run in, but Mio added... Oh no, he didn't add the wall. This was another wall he added later, so now he's pushed back to his original wall. Okay. A lot of Huskarls. Let me quickly change over to Dark Knight. That is 41 Huskarls. He's still in Castle Age, but population 150, so he built to the back. Let's go back to normal view, yes. He's making use of the space he has in the background. If you take a look at Warrior here, Lavi and Winchester, they don't use the space in the back at all, and Dark Knight is doing that perfectly. I mean, he has to, he's being pushed. But Mio and Archlord don't really use the space either. Okay, so here's Archlord sending a few knights onto... Oops, that is my mouse, by the way, sorry. Okay, a lot of cavaliers now running towards Archlord. Mio is not interested in the fight now, obviously, because he knows that he cannot deal with cavaliers who have +4 armor already. So, what Warrior is doing now is he's trying to do damage somewhere else. Oops, he left this trebuchet on its own, and there it goes. Even without chemistry, it's down pretty fast. Okay, a lot of cavaliers moving in. There's a lot of plumes here. Let's check Winchester. 56 plumed archers. In total, at least. Yeah, Archlord just said GB. We saw that these plumes plus the Spanish cavaliers here are not a fight they should take. Oh, it's looking bad. Now, Mio needs to be fast. Warrior sent the majority of his army over to the other flank, which takes time. This is, well... Oh! This is surprising. I actually thought that Mio would go all in against Warrior now, but he is sending plumes over to help. Okay. What is Archlord doing? Where is Archlord's army? I'm actually gonna check that real quick. Archlord. Army view. He has only 19 cavaliers. That is not much for minute 34 now. What is he doing? Did he lose them all? I mean, here? Did he have much more earlier? I really don't know. While we're at it, let's compare the pockets. What is Lavi doing? She is in Castle Age now, population 70, adding a lot of town centers. Well, she has a few farms, but obviously slinging drains the economy, and let's see whether she can actually manage to catch up in economy and engage in the game as an active player herself. There is another castle from Dark Knight, but it didn't go up. This TC is pretty much dead, 230 HP. Okay, it's paladins for both Spanish players now. This is a bit hard to check for me right now. Winchester. Gonna go Alt G now. Yeah. With these plumes, they should actually be able to win. Oh, Dark Knight sneaked a few villages here to get the castle up. And yeah, Archlord finally managed to mass a few paladins here to actually push the... Oh wait, sorry, these are the plumes from Mio, the ones he sent over. What's happening here? Warrior is adding pressure to Mio now. Well, obviously, most of his plumes are on this flank here, so there's a bit of a vacuum. Anyway, now in Imperial Age, Mio is capable of creating halberdiers, and halberdiers are so strong against cavalry. The game is paused. Is everything fine with the stream, guys? Let me quickly check OBS. Yes, it seems so. I'm not dropping frames really. I'm not getting a warning about the settings being too heavy. It looks fine. Interesting match, very entertaining team play from the Vikings, the Russian team, and well, very strong individual play from VN, I would say. Dark Knight was holding out, or holding on like a champ there. Mio was booming a lot with Mayans and now is in a very strong position. Top score 9,200 for him. But it's pretty much the same for Warrior. He's on 8,600. Very well boomed, and I think his Cavaliers on the other flank did a lot of damage, and Mio was more or less forced to help out on the other side of the map. Let's compare. Okay, so Winchester actually managed to build an economy for himself. He didn't spend all the resources on Bloom's castles and, well, this push in general, but he actually built some economy. It's not much. These few farms here won't be enough to sustain full imperial war, but it's something. Okay, so there was a pause, and yeah, now they're continuing. What's happening here? So, Dark Knight and Archlord trying to take Winchester's castles down. Interesting. Is there another pause coming up? Okay, so Mio is still here with his plumed archers, killing off Winchester's plumed archers behind the castle. Dark Knight is actually using his last few Huskarls to do damage to this castles. I'm not really sure what's the idea here. He's not gonna do anything against the two castles. He's just wasting his plumed archers here. Okay, so there's a signal. Archlord is pushing here against Winchester and Lavi. Lavi still doesn't have army. She's trying to catch up in economy, which, well, makes sense if you're playing a sling. Maybe this castle here was not the way it was meant to be, because Winchester knew straight away about the push. 2 siege workshops coming up. Okay, Archlord's paladins. Yeah. Keeping Winchester here close to his castles, but it's pretty much symmetrical now. Winchester adding halberdiers, just like Mio is adding halberdiers against the paladins from Warrior. How is this situation going? It seems like Mio has the map control, and he is forcing Warrior to, well, retreat to his own base, but he has not pushed through yet. 3 siege workshops now. Oh boy. Yeah, but it looks like Dark Knight is recovering. He's got a lot of farms again. Yep. Very, very nice economy. I mean, this is how you should be playing. I mean, he was up against a Mayan player who got a big sling, and he still managed to survive and actually build a very, very Nice economy here. Well played by Dark Knight. Second castle coming up for, or is already up for Archlord. He's using his paladins to take out this TC. There's a trebuchet from Lavi attacking this first castle. There's 2 trebuchets now. What is Mio doing? Okay, he pushed in, he took down the gate, he's in with 2 siege rams taking out the blacksmith. And yeah, that's a strong combination. Fully upgraded elite plumed archers. I think fully upgraded halberdiers for mains. And a lot of siege rams, 6 in total here. Maybe there's a good amount of paladins for warrior. Okay. Capped rams here from Archlord, 5 in total. A lot of paladins. And oh, Lavi, genius move. She was spamming stables and has heavy cavaliers now with +4 armor. That is just lovely. She might send a few camels over here, but actually no, there are enough halberdiers to protect the plumes. Lovely. And actually, what is Archlord doing? He's taking out this tower instead of the trebuchet. Was it maybe a misclick? Oh! Oh! The tower actually did splash damage. That is interesting. If there are 2 layers behind each other, let's say with a wall, you have 2 layers of walls, 1 hit from a siege ram actually does a lot of splash damage to the layer behind. Interesting. Okay, how's it going on this side? I don't see too many halberdiers left, so these plumes are in trouble. Skirms and paladins, perfect counter to the plumes, and it's only a handful of halberdiers here. If warrior micros this well, then he can take out the halbs straight away with his skirms. And I think Archlord's push here was a fail. He has to retreat. It's the heavy camels, it's halberdiers, the trebuchets are taking out his buildings here. First castle gone, second one going down. More interesting is Dark Knight's role right now. Is he still suffering from the early push, or is he actually in the position to push on to Winchester, who had to defend here against Archlord? Let's actually change over to his point of view. Interesting. Yeah, okay, there we go. There's the GG. Gothic flood coming in, killing pretty much everything around Winchester's base. Yeah, Winchester cannot stop that. Lavi has heavy camels. She would not be able to stop the Huscarls. So, very, very funny game, I would say. It looked like Dark Knight was about to die, and he actually got the upper hand in the end. And Mio and Archlord managed to push through here in VIK Warrior's base. There's like a trail of destruction. So, and in total team score 12k 500 against 10k 400. It's not a clear win, but I think in the long run they would have lost.